Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Charles Sabansu, and welcome you guys to another episode of the DreamersPro Show. We'll cover everything from sports, hot topics, classic debates, entertainment, and we'll give you guys a fresh perspective on things and how we see them. And today, folks, we got some drama in the corporate media world, but before we get into it, please make sure you like the video and subscribe to the channel. So as you guys know, ESPN is the worldwide leader in sports, right? They have the biggest names. They have the biggest shows out there. ESPN First Take, they have Get Up, they have Around the Horn, they have personalities like Mike Greenberg, Stephen A. Smith, Pat McAfee, who they just recently added to the roster. And of course, they have other mechanisms of making money like ESPN Plus and all of that. And we know that ESPN is under the Disney umbrella. Now, last year, they had some cord cutting where they got rid of some pretty prominent names in media like Jeff Van Gundy, Mark Jackson, Max Kellerman, Keyshawn Johnson, just to name a few. And then recently, one of the people that they let go of was Robert Griffin III. They just got rid of him, and I guess in another downsizing that they just went through. So what happened this morning, I was just kind of going through the internet to see what news was out there, and I came across a pretty interesting article from, Front Office Sports, right? And the article had the following headline. It says, Disney channels, including ESPN, yanked from DirectTV during US Open. And I was like, whoa, what? This is crazy. Because I'd remember reading a little bit about this before, and I was like, wow, so they really couldn't come to a resolution. So that's one article I want to touch on, but then I did a little bit more digging, and I saw another article from Awful Announcing, and this had the headline saying, DirectTV drops ABC/ESPN's carriage dispute unresolved. So these are the two articles that I definitely want to delve into right now. So let's start off with the Front Office Sports one. It says, DirectTV subscribers suddenly lost their Disney-owned channel Sunday evening just after 7 p.m. Eastern, including ABC and ESPN, during the fourth round of the U.S. Open tennis on ESPN and just before the start of the USC-LSU college football game on ABC. But it wasn't sudden if they had been paying attention to the current carriage dispute between DirectTV and Disney. The distribution deal between the two was set to expire on Sunday, and the two did not come to terms on a new deal in time for the deadline. DirectTV customers in many markets are still able to watch ABC since those affiliates are owned by Sinclair, Tegna, Scripps, and other companies. But several of the largest TV markets, including New York, Los Angeles, Chicago, Philadelphia, and Houston, are out of luck since Disney owns those ABC affiliates. DirectTV chose to deny millions of subscribers access to our content just as we head into the final week of the U.S. Open and gear up for college football and the opening of the NFL season, Disney and ESPN execs said in a joint statement Sunday. While we're open to offering DirectTV flexibility in terms which would have extended to other distributors, we will not enter into an agreement that undervalues our portfolio of television channels and programs. In a long press release sent to Front Office Sports, DirectTV said, just hours before today's expiration, Disney demanded that to reach any licensing agreement or to extend access to its programming, DirectTV must agree to waive all claims that Disney's behavior is anti-competitive. Moreover, any future lawsuits resulting from DirectTV/Disney licensing agreements will be adjudicated in California and not New York, because as Disney counsel specifically stated, as the NY judge, Garnett didn't understand the issues when granting a preliminary injunction against Disney's Venue Sports. Disney's last-minute demand to foreclose upon any legal accountability for its growing pattern of anti-competitive actions should be troubling to all pro-consumers, advocacy groups, regulators, and Departments of Justice attorneys alike. A quote within the statement from DirecTV's chief programming officer, Thun, is even more severely worded. The Walt Disney Co. is once again refusing any accountability to consumers, distribution partners, and now the American judicial system. Disney is in the business of creating alternative realities. Wow. But this is the real world where we believe you earn your way and must answer for your own actions. They want to continue to chase maximum profits and dominate control at the expense of consumers, making it hard for them to select the shows and sports they want at a reasonable price. The U.S. Open, in a statement, said it is disappointed that fans and viewers around the country will not have the opportunity to watch the greatest athletes in our sport take part in the 2024 U.S. Open due to an unresolved negotiation between DirectTV and Disney, resulting in the loss of access to ESPN. We are hopeful that this dispute can be resolved as quickly as possible. So you heard what that article had to say there. It had a few other things to say. Now I want to read from the front, from the awful announcing article as well. So let's read from this article here as well. It says Disney-owned channels, including ABC and ESPN, went dark on DirecTV Sunday night as the two sides were unable to reach a new carriage agreement by the deadline. The blackout comes after protracted negotiations, and it came at a terrible time for sports fans, with a busy night ahead of the Disney-owned channels, including the ABC ESPN Plus broadcast of LSU versus USC, the Atlanta Braves Philadelphia Phillies Sunday night baseball game, and the U.S. Open primetime tennis coverage on ESPN. 2. The existing contract expired at 5 p.m. Eastern Time, and DirecTV kept the Disney-owned channels on air for a couple of hours as the negotiations continued, but the channels were dropped around 7 p.m. Disney and ESPN immediately issued a statement calling on DirecTV to finalize the deal that immediately restore our programming. And then it goes on to say, I just want to read one of the quotes. It says, we urge DirecTV to do what's in the best interest of their consumers and finalize a deal that would immediately restore our programming. And then ESPN put out a statement here as well. So that's interesting. Now, I did a little bit of digging to understand how many people actually subscribe to DirecTV, how many people use DirecTV in the United States. According to Statista, based on what I've seen here, as of the fourth quarter of 2023, the number of DirecTV video subscribers was around 11.3 million in the United States. I don't know if that's TV or something else when it says video, but then another article is saying that this is the Medium, but this is not published 9 months ago. It says DirecTV had roughly 25 million subscribers at one point. So we know that it's in the millions, right? We know that it's in the millions. And for ESPN to put out a public statement saying that, you know, DirecTV needs to come to the table so they can come to some sort of agreement shows you that, you know, they're taking a hit there when you have millions and millions of people basically losing out on their servers. What does all of this mean? It means to me that, look, certainly ESPN is the big boy in this entire dispute here. Based on some of the language from the executives from DirecTV, it seems as if ESPN is kind of just pretty much doing what they want. They want no accountability whatsoever. They said that they're maximizing profits over their viewers and the viewing experience and the customers. I don't know exactly what that means because I don't have enough information on the contracts and the splits and all that. I don't know anything about that. What I do know, however, is that ESPN just lost millions and millions of people in terms of them viewing their product. Now, how does that affect the advertising? I guess we have to see. I'm assuming they lost money there as well, right? Because if you lose out on 11 million viewers, you're losing out on ads as well. So there must be some financial hit apart from the fact that a lot of people are losing their service, which is also a bad look publicly. But you know what, man? The way the sports world is evolving, who knows what's going to happen next? Just look at what's happening in the NBA. The NBA just signed a new, $75 billion 10-year deal with the companies like ESPN, Amazon. I think ABC is there as well. And now you're going to be we had gone over the contracts before and what the packages were, but now to watch NBA games, you're going to be watching them. I think if you want to watch, you have to watch it on Amazon and all of that. So the entire thing is changing quickly. You have that. Then you have people like Travis Kelce and Jason Kelce that just signed a lucrative podcast deal with Amazon, reportedly worth $100 million. The 3-year deal announced on Tuesday. You have guys like that going out there getting $100 million deals. But then again, you have people like Stephen A. Smith who's sitting here arguing to get $100 million, or not arguing, trying to get $100 million from ESPN. So I don't really know where all of this is going. What I do know, what is keeping these networks alive is the fact that they have access, or rather they offer their customers these live events, right? That's it. That's it, really. That's the main draw. the fact that they can cover these sports live. But now when you have various companies, like I'm a member of HBO Max, and you can watch basketball games there. Last time I checked, you can watch sporting events there, right? So these companies arguing back and forth, I think, is one thing, but I also think that this thing is still changing. And I think that in the next 5 to 10 years, I think more people are going to migrate away from television, especially when you now have companies like Amazon and all of these offering these events streaming every single night, right? So to me, I don't know what the resolution is going to be. I don't know if these guys are going to be able to sit down and come to the table and reach some type of agreement. Based on what I read from the Front Office Sports article, it seems like those executives, again, want some accountability from ESPN. It doesn't look like they're going to get that. But I guess we have to wait and see. But for now, there are millions and millions and millions of people who have lost out on ESPN service. I don't know what that means for people on television today in terms of them doing shows. Who knows? I guess we have to wait and see. The question to the audience is, how do you see this entire thing panning out? Whatever you guys think, please leave your thoughts and comments in the comment section. We'll catch you guys on the next show.